Welcome to Com Nation. Yay!
Yeah. Thanks for joining us again, or join us for the first time.
If you're here, welcome or welcome back. Tonight we're talking about Blue Beetle. If you want to, if you're joining us live Tuesdays at 9, you can go to this website, scan this, etc. If you're not joining us live Tuesdays at 9, you can still play along. Yep. Feel free to give us a like, give us a subscribe, send us a comment, join our email.
Give us a tweet.
And above all, have fun.
Absolutely.
Now let's get started. How many Blue Beetles have there been?
In this case, there have been 3.
Correct.
That's right.
Now Jaime is the third.
Yes.
So there were 2 before him.
That's right.
And Jaime is the one that the movie's going to be about.
Yes. Very excited.
It looks kind of good.
Yeah.
The Blue Beetle was first published by whom?
By Fox Comics. No affiliation to the current TV series.
And if you're sitting there saying, gee, I've never heard of Fox Comics, that's because Fox Comics was popular in the 1930s and 40s, and only Todd is that old. So yeah, Blue Beetle was first started by Fox Comics. Charlton Comics acquired the character in 1950s with a bunch of other ones. Yep. And ultimately DC acquired them in the 80s.
Yes.
And he became part of the DC universe.
Yeah.
Charlton Comics. Which of these wasn't a Charlton character?
That would be Katie Keene. She's
Correct.
An Archie character.
Katie Keene's part of the Archieverse, and I think she had her own show, kind of a Riverdale spinoff for a while.
Yes.
And Katie Keene is a model, actress, singer, or whatnot, and always marketed as America's Queen of Pinups and Fashions.
Yeah.
Who was the first Blue Beetle? First
and foremost, that was Dan Garrett.
Now, the name was originally spelled with 1 T. This is not a typo on my part, which is not unknown to happen. But originally, it was 1 T, Garrett, and originally Dan Garrett was a policeman who would continue to fight crime in his downtime because, that's a nice way to relax, I guess.
Sure. You can, after you've been on the beat all day, you
come back
customs and go out and fight crime some more.
There you go.
Just to blow off a little steam there. Yeah.
But the main difference is when he was fighting in his little Blue Beetle outfit, he got some powers from
Vitamin 2X.
Correct.
Just take vitamins.
Vitamin 2X was a chemical compound developed by pharmacist Dr. Franz. It was some sort of drug that when Blue Beetle took it, he felt strong and powerful.
Sure.
What could possibly go wrong? And it was provided to the rookie police officer and etc. This is the original. This is like in the 30s and 40s, I think. This was not
before, the FDA was taking a look at certain things like that.
Yeah. Now, in current continuity, Blue Beetle's powers come from
the sacred scarab.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, depending on where you are in DC Comics continuity, the sacred scarab is either powered by the Egyptian god Ra, which is personally my favorite, and will only activate when the holder of the scarab says Kajita, or
maybe a piece of alien technology. Yeah.
By a race called the Reach, and the actual object is called Kajita. Or maybe the movie will decide it's something else altogether.
Yeah, like an iPhone gone bad, or
That's what it is, Todd. It's an iPhone gone bad.
Right. It's the Generation 20 iPhone, right?
There you go. So, Dan Garrett was the first Blue Beetle. Jaime is the third Blue Beetle. Who's the second?
That would be Ted Cord. Although I'd still like to see Ted Lasso play him, but
wouldn't we all? Okay, so the new take on Blue Beetle came after he was in part of the DC universe, where Steve Ditko and Gary Friedrich did some stuff with him, and now Dan Garrett was no longer a cop, but he was an archaeology professor, because that tracks. And Ted was one of his
God Ra,
Ted was a student and a friend, and they were together on a archaeological dig, and something went wrong.
Dun, dun, dun. And then he became the next Blue Beetle.
Now Ted Cord has an uncle. Very smart uncle.
Yes.
Robotic engineer, brilliant. Had a big company, mad science,
Yeah.
But mad scientist.
Yes.
Who's the uncle?
Jarvis. Not to be confused with the computer one,
Yeah. So Jarvis Cord is nuts and evil and, cuckoo.
Cuckoo. Right.
And never got along with Ted's dad. Did get along with Ted until he didn't. Did we mention evil and cuckoo? But that brings us to our third Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Jaime
Reyes.
When did he disappear? Or when did he appear? When did he debut?
He came out. First showed up in 2006. Ba-da-da.
Yep. Jaime first appeared in Infinite Crisis, not to be confused with
Crisis on Infinite Earths, which came first back in the 80s. And then, some other things happened. And then they had an Infinite Crisis because, DC, they're good at crisis management.
Jaime's from Texas. Where in Texas does he live?
He lives out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
Yep. Other notables from El Paso who actually exist: F. Murray Abraham, Anthony Quinn, Sherman Helmsley. Oh, Lord. Oh, and Nora Zeitner, who was on Heroes. Yep. Oh, Gene Roddenberry's from El Paso.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of people like to do space stuff.
Jaime is in
high school, because what good, cool superhero character would not be, right? Peter, Damien.
Exactly. Teenage superheroes.
Yep.
Saving the world, doing your homework.
Justice is a young man's game.
In Blue Beetle Book 1, Jaime encounters which Green Lantern?
That would be Guy Gardner.
Correct.
Guy
Darren Gardner. And the encounter does not go well.
Guy's a little strong-headed. Bullheaded.
Guy Gardner was actually originally created by John Broome and Gil Kane in 1968.
Yep, way back in the day.
But the character was really significantly changed when Steve Englehart and Joe Staton took a run on him.
Yeah, in the 80s.
And
then he became part of the Justice League International.
Exactly. The thing that's notable about Guy Gardner is he can not only wear the Green Lantern ring, he can wear the yellow ring as well.
Which is tough to do.
Accessories make the superhero. Now, Jaime in El Paso has a couple of really good friends. One of them is Brenda, and Brenda knows
Akito.
knows Aikido.
Yes.
Not
Not afraid to use it.
She's smart. She's tough. She uses her. She'll beat you up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think she made it into the movie, which is kind of sad because she was fun. But in the book and in comics continuity, some members of her family are, let's just say awkward family dinner if she invites Jaime.
Yeah. Because, relatives. Yeah.
One of Jaime's other great friends is Paco, and
Right.
Paco is afraid of what?
Of sock puppets.
There is no greater place for trauma than at a child's birthday party gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Sock puppets. He's afraid of sock puppets.
That's why we all hate clowns.
Yeah, we hate. It's just like there's something creepy about them.
Yeah.
There's something creepy.
And even scarier is a clown with a sock puppet.
Or a sock puppet clown, or. We're freaking everybody out.
Yeah. Scary stuff.
So Jaime comes back after having disappeared for how long?
An entire year.
Yup. It's like a couple seconds. Well, it's a bit for him, but not a year.
Yeah.
And
talk about your screwed up continuity, though.
Yeah. And it's interesting to point that when Dan Garrett and Ted Cord were the Blue Beetle, they had a blue seat. They had a blue suit, obviously.
Yes.
And I think it was maybe bulletproof or that kind of thing. It helped them. There's a reason why they were wearing it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it was mostly a defensive kind of situation. Jaime has, with the Sacred Scarab, armor, baby. Serious armor. And, and they both Dan and Ted brought a lot to the table, but Jaime can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Which is super cool, but may not help him with his homework. And after a year of being away,
there's a lot of homework, a lot of makeup tests.
Okay, tonight we're talking about Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes, book 1, the third Blue Beetle, but the one that the movie's going to be about.
Mm-hmm.
The official blurb is this: high school student Jaime Reyes is thrust into the life of a hero after an encounter with an extraterrestrial armor transforms him into the Blue Beetle.
What?
What is the armor's true purpose? The armor is the scarab, is the armor is, you get it.
Where's the scarab and becomes armor?
Exactly. And what evils will our planet face if Jaime isn't strong enough to use the armor correctly?
That could be a bad thing.
Really, really could. So, some of the contributors to this book, Keith Giffen, who is known, he's an artist and a writer, and he's known for his work on Legion of Superheroes, Justice League, and Lobo. You remember Lobo?
I remember Lobo. Yep.
And Rocket Raccoon. He was involved with Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Yep. John Rogers also contributed to this book. He stayed on this book for a couple of years, like 2 years, I think.
Yes.
And some of his other stuff is he's done stuff for Boom Studios. I like lots of ninja stuff, or not so lots of zombie stuff. I mean,
including some zombie ninja stuff. Yeah.
And zombie ninja stuff. And then there's Cully's on this.
Yeah.
And a couple other folks as well. All right. The winner is, let me hit the button. Hey, WorkCom Nation. Thanks for spending time with us.
Absolutely. Be sure to like, click, tweet.
Our shows aren't always this quick, but today they were.
Yeah.
But we're here Tuesdays, and by all and yeah, as Todd said, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a tweet, give us a heart, give us your heart. Send us an email. Let us know what we're doing well. Let us know what we're doing poorly. Let us know.
Yeah.
And
if you're going to see the
we
new
do want to
movie,
hear from you. Yeah, and above all,
read more comics. All sorts of Blue Beetles.
read more comics. See you next week.